Hey everybody, this is Robyn and
Jackie
from RoJa Roxz.
Woohoo!
Woo! Yeah.
So, how you been since the last time I talked to you?
What, about 35 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Great.
So,
oh my goodness.
So do you want to tell why this episode is known as bathroom recordings?
Yes, this episode is called Bathroom Recording because that is exactly where I am. Sitting on the throne, okay? Not doing my business, mind you, but usually when I record with Jackie, I'm in my car because everything's kind of quiet and, almost like studio-like. Well, I went in my bedroom to record this evening, and she said it sounded like I was walking away from her. So I went in my bathroom and voila, it's great.
It's the plumbing. The plumbing is taking away that shitty sound.
No pun intended.
Oh, man. So anyway, let's get to the heart of this. Let's talk about Jim Menz and William Operman. So,
Lord.
we know that Operman's a hottie. I mean, come on. He wears that red satin G-string well, baby. Hello?
That's what James Menn told me anyway.
Did he? See, now I heard Jimmy wears that real pretty pale blue one with the satin and the little button on the back. I mean, is that true?
The little button on the back?
Yeah, there's like a little gold button on the back. Is that true?
That's what I heard.
Wow.
That's what I heard. That's the word on the street.
Wow, and also that he has to wear 2 G-strings because 1 G-string. He has to double up. Am I correct in this?
That tripod and kickstand thing, huh? Okay, yeah. We
Wow.
got that going on.
Did you read that in the paper though? Where it fell out and hit the ground, and it made him catapult over the top of the handlebars, caused a massive accident right there in front of City Hall of Millville. I mean, this woman was like, "Oh my God, it was a kickstand." Came out.
He's gonna kill me when he hears this. You know that, right?
I'm in Indiana. He can't reach me.
He can't reach you. He comes down to Florida quite often, when we get together, and he's gonna kill me.
Yeah, I heard.
Good fun,
I heard.
Good fun. Yeah.
I heard. I told him. I said, "Oh, so when I can't get a hold of Robyn, I just call your phone." And he's like, "Yes."
Anybody who knows us, people, anybody out there who doesn't know us, Jimmy and I go way back to grade school, all through high school. So he's a very, very dear friend of mine. He's got jokes too, and he cracks up. He always has me laughing when he comes down to Florida. So,
you know what? I know what kind of friend that is.
Me.
That's the kind of friend you played doctor with.
Now that would be your
in
friend,
post office, and
that's your friend from way back in the day.
Yeah, I already know what he's packing. Thank you very much. We played doctor when we were 6, so hello.
Now, is he married?
Who?
Your buddy there.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just making it up. I'm just pulling shit out of the air. I never did stuff like that. I was
innocent. I was going to tell you to hook a sister up, but I don't know.
Actually, I told you go through that list, and hello. Mm-hmm. Ooh, doggy. Let me just tell you. I get in trouble. I'm not supposed to look at my own friends list. I'm like,
God.
Wow, hello, oh my, yes. Oh, well, Robyn's single. Only thing I'm asking, take pictures.
Oh, okay. All right, but don't let him know. We'll just do it on
That's
the
right.
Okay.
It's one of those deals, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, every time I turn around, Robyn, I feel like you've taken a picture of me. Really, I can't imagine. No, not me.
What are you talking about?
Could you move to the right just a little bit? And when you're reaching, act like you really are reaching for it.
Here, Tarzan, here's your loincloth. That's
right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, me Jane, me Jane, me Jane. Oh, man. I'm
That's
telling
what Jefferson Starship was talking about with that song.
Oh, Jane! It's like the hottie. Okay, wait. Do you know the hottie guy that I have in the picture? They're the one that... the one that Scooter Do there said was gay. And I'm like, not gay. And he's like, gay. And I'm like, not gay. But he's blessed. His man is very blessed. Did you see that? God even stamped it on his chest that he was blessed. Hello.
Hey, gay or not gay, he was fine, okay?
Mm-hmm. So, I say, Mr. Ranger. Help me, Mr. Ranger, help me. I have fallen and I can't get... Oh, my. You want me to use that to get up? Yeah, that'll usually make you get up pretty quick, wouldn't it?
Yeah, very quickly. Very quickly. We're perverts.
Oh, my God. I know. Did you ever think we would ever live to this? To actually turn into 40-plus-year-old perverts?
No.
Yeah, you know.
I heard about those kind of people, but I never thought that I would be one of them. But I don't know, maybe secretly I thought I would be one of them.
But we're not cougars. I couldn't. I'm sorry. That just no. I'm sorry. I actually know a woman that's she's like, I think probably like 56 years old. She loves 20, 25-year-old men. And I'm like, literally, that's old enough to be your grandson or some shit. Really? Ew. What is wrong with you? And she's like, well, disgusting. I like the young man. And I'm like, yeah, but what the hell do they know? And she's like, well, it's fun. And I'm like, oh, man, that's too much work. Really?
Exactly.
You get to our age, we want somebody that already knows. I don't want somebody that needs to haul around a Playboy manual to No. See,
when women invented cougering, they did it just to get back the men who, and that's disgusting too, let's face it.
Do you really think, yeah, but ew, I'm sorry. I've actually had, like I said, my one girlfriend, she's like, isn't he handsome? And I'm like, yeah, for a boy. I'm like, I guess. And she's like, what is wrong with you? As wild as you are. And I'm like, I can be as wild as I want to be. You give me something, 45 and up, and sister, if there's, look, you got to, what's his name there? I have him on my page. Oh, gorgeous there. He's 70 years old. What's his name?
The Star Trek there?
No. He was the
Oh, yeah. His birthday's today.
Yeah.
His birthday's today, yeah.
Yeah.
Sam
Elliott. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, hot.
He is hot from 19 when he was born all the way to now. It's still super hot. I'm serious. And I'm like, wow, I like manly men. I love a mohawk and a beard. Oh, just makes me crazy. But it's got to be on somebody 45 years old and older.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just, no.
No. It's not. No, it's not. I mean, it even looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. If you're out in public, it looks ridiculous. Just like an old man.
Are you here with your grandma? I would be mortified. But I'm sorry. No. And what do you talk about? What the hell would you even have in common?
You have nothing in common.
Okay, I don't get it. My husband's class of 87. I'm class of 87. And him and and even though, when I was married to my first husband, he was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years younger than I was. there was a difference in music and a difference in a lot of things, but I guess that made, us get along the way we did. And it seems weird because there's things that I'll do and like William, my second husband, will just burst out laughing. He's like, and I'm like, you got that? And he's like, yeah, and it's really, it's cool though, because a lot of the music and stuff, I'll break out singing something from the 80s and he'll bust right in there with and I'm like, well, it's cool because William listens to all different kinds of music and he's just flat crazy. So he comes out with shit that, yeah, my little Scooter do.
Oh, pardon me, Mr. Scooter do.
That's right. All 5'7" of him. I never thought I would ever, and it's seriously, a lot of people laugh their ass off. They're like, Jackie, really? I mean, my ex-husband was almost 5'10". Joey was, not real tall, but 5'9". And I've always dated men a lot taller than me, a lot bigger than me, because I'm a big girl. And when Will and I started dating, I laughed at first because I was like, oh my God, I'll probably break him or some shit. You know what I mean? And he's like, finally, that's when he goes, yeah, well, I'm a ranger. And I'm like, well, really? Like a park ranger? Because he didn't tell me he was in the Army, okay? And he goes, no, God damn it, I was an Army Ranger. Booyah! And I'm like, oh, I've never had one of those before. What are they like? Really? Now, yes, we can talk. You're an Army Ranger, so you're big and bad, and yeah, okay. You want to fight? Woo, baby. Anyway. So tell me about your military experience.
My military experience?
Uh-huh.
I don't have any other than my father's and my grandfather's.
So you never dated any military guys?
Yes, one. Just one.
It's funny. Yeah, just one. That's it. That's all I can. One.
That's it. Yeah. Nice guy, but I listen, man. I'm complex. I'm just really complex. So, really good. Oh God, he was a good-looking guy, But there were some issues there. So yeah, Robyn doesn't do issues or drama. So just walk away.
Well,
but Robyn doesn't do drama.
Well, no, you know what, Robyn, the thing is, see, I had always pictured the perfect relationship. I would never, ever get married again. And I just wanted a friend, a very good friend, a weekend friend that would come and visit me on Friday, and then you'd be escorting him to the door on Sunday and saying, see you next Friday. That kind of friend, you know what I mean? Spend time, have fun, all that stuff. It seems like that's something that, people are like, no, and maybe that's where we've kind of gone wrong with society a little bit, because we really, really have walked away from marriage, you know what I mean? And some of us that have been married before, I'm just like, I spent a long time with my ex-husband. And
long division. Long.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Yeah.
And I don't hate him. I don't have any ill will towards him. I used to. You know what I mean? I used to think, there couldn't be enough rocks that could fall from the sky. But, I don't feel that way about him anymore. In fact, when we talk, we laugh our ass off and talk about the stupid shit that actually broke up our marriage. And, I think we see each other in that different light now. And like I told him, I said, excuse me, I would much rather have you for a friend than not to have you in my life at all, because I spent a long time with you. And, And he has a great, as far as the sense of humor goes, he's twisted like we are. I mean,
yes, yeah, he is.
And you met him. And I needed to find that twisted guy that, when I started to act up and act crazy and stuff, could be that cushion, and that's where I found William. Yep. He was coming in. Yeah, I fell in love the first time I saw him. No shit, man. He walked through the door, and it was like slow motion. His hair was, down to his collar, and it was flying back, and in my eyes I could see, I've been waiting. That's the only thing that came to mind, right? And I'm watching him walk across the store, and I'm like, oh, my God. My girlfriend, Tracy, was standing there. Tracy's from Georgia originally. And I said, oh, my God. I said, who was that? And she said, oh, hell, that's Will.
Just like that, too.
And I said, yeah, but look at Will. And she said, hell no, I ain't looking at Will, and turned around and walked away. And I was like, holy shit. And he walked up to the counter and put his stuff down, and he looked at me and he goes, hi, how are you? And I froze, Robin. I started stuttering. I couldn't talk. I ran into the
side of grits with that.
I literally I couldn't say shit. I was like, and I looked at Tracy, and I ran into the kitchen, and she goes to the register, and she brings him up. She goes, what in the hell's wrong with you? And I said, oh my God, I don't know. And it was like I peeked around the corner, and he was sitting over there, and I started sweating. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? Oh my God. And so we had this big chicken counter there.
Chicken counter?
Yeah, it was a chicken counter where we fried, it was a little store. And we sold fried chicken and fried taters and all that, right? So I was sitting over there, and the front of it was kind of fogged up. So I'm over there, and I'm peeking over the top of the chicken counter, right? And Tracy's standing beside me, and she goes, what are you doing? I said, oh, my God, he's so hot. She goes, well, what the hell's wrong with you? Talk to him. And I said, I can't. And she goes, why not? And I said, I don't know. Oh, my God. I turned around to look, and he was standing right in front of me. I literally almost ran into the wall. Trying to get around the corner to get into the kitchen. And she's like, what? I don't know. And he's like, okay. So he's kind of looking at her. He goes, hello. And I'm like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. And finally he left, and I came out, and my face was red. I was sweating. And Tracy goes, are you okay? You been drinking? And I said, no, I swear to God, I've not been drinking.
But I need to. Hold on.
Oh, my God. And he was the only, I swear to God. No, there was another guy that came in there. This is before I started dating Will. Hot, tall, brown hair, good looking as all hell. Actually looked familiar. Couldn't place him, but anyway. Whew, man, he was a good looking man. But anyway, never saw him again. So then when Will started coming in and out of the store, I was like, wow. And he kept asking me for his phone number. And he walks up, and he goes, the first time he walks up, and he says, hi. He says, can I have your phone number? And I'm like, no. And he looks at me, he says, well, why not? And I said, because I don't know you, and I don't know. And oh, my God. And my palms started sweating. And I look around, and Tracy looks at me, and she says, bye, I got to leave. And leaves me standing there. I'm like, oh, my God. I turned around, and I said, can you excuse me for just a second? And I had to go in the kitchen and get my shit together. I'm like, stop it. Stop acting like this.
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
So
You're Jersey.
Oh, my God. I know. And I came out, and I started to hit, and Will goes, are you okay? And I said, why? He says, because your head's sweating. And I'm like, oh, my God. I don't know what no other guy that walked in there ever did that to me. I don't know what the hell it was. And he just had that smile and that finesse about him, and that was it, man. I was gonzo. I went out with him, and that was all she wrote. But yeah, I mean, shit. And then.
And you said, I'll take you in a 5'7" to-go bag.
That's right. That's right. Woo!
Oh, my goodness.
So tell me about your first love story.
You know...
What man knocked you off your feet?
Oh, jeez. Had to have been Chuck Hurl from Gandalf.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. If there was an I love, stole my heart, it would probably have been him. Thinking back, because,
Mm-hmm. What the hell?
You
there?
You kind of, you think that, but then you look back and go, wow, was I really? I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
But him, yeah, I think, yeah, that would probably do it right there.
See, I tried to think back to high school. I thought there was a lot of guys that I had crushes on and stuff like that I thought were really cute and stuff. And it's funny. It's like, I'd look at them now and I'm like, no.
Yeah, why? Why? Just why?
No. And I'd go back, look at their high school picture. And there's a couple now that I don't care. After all these years, man, they've held them looks plus some. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn.
I agree with that. But okay, back then, and here's the difference. Back then, you fell in love with a guy because of the way he looked,
Mm-hmm.
And as you get older, you realize, okay, wow, what an asshole. You know what I mean? So, ew, okay, never. Okay, but as you get older, you look for other things in people. And I'm going to tell you what, and there hasn't been a person that has, quote unquote, stolen my heart, even my ex-husband, and the only person that will is the person that can make me laugh.
Yes.
Because for me, it's about the humor. I don't give a shit what you look like. If you have certain qualities in you, and you can make me laugh, and make me laugh for real, not like I'm laughing at you because you're an idiot. If you can really make me laugh, and I laugh at your jokes, and I love everything about you, and it's more like having fun. If you can keep me captivated by having fun and going and doing things and being outgoing, that's the person that's going to steal my heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I agree with that 100%. 100%. Honey, you could have the body of a god, and just, if you can't make me laugh and you have no sense of humor whatsoever, forget it. Forget it. I don't care. Excuse me, with my ex used to make, oh my God, he would have my side hurting. I was laughing so hard. And same thing with William. William has got this unique way about I don't know how to explain. He will come out of the clear blue with something and just bowl you over with it. And I'm like, what the hell? Where did you pull that out of? Your ass? Under your foot, between your toes? Where did that come from? And, him and I have that weird sense of humor, so that other people that, and it's funny because most men here in the Midwest don't get my humor at all. So, and because William's traveled and stuff, I think that's got a lot to do with it.
Yeah, what are the men like? What are they like in your area? Like because I just try to picture, here in Florida, it's not a Florida thing. I mean, if you find a real Florida cracker down here, I mean, it's rare, and that's what they call them down here. Florida crackers,
Actually, I know a whole bunch of crackers from Southern Illinois.
Yeah, you do. But, if you find one, I mean, it's rare because everybody down here is from someplace else. Mm-hmm. There's probably more New Jersey people here than Florida crackers. Mm-hmm. So I can't even talk about Florida because there is no what type of man is in Florida because it's from everywhere else. You know, so like the real true people that, you know, are from your area, you're like, what are they like?
To me, the guys that I grew up with and stuff, I don't know. They're more or less like you're more manly, gotta go hunting, pee on a tree kind of guy, but very down to earth. I can honestly say a lot of the guys that here, and you know, I could have a whole bunch of phonies. I don't know, because I'm not dating, but you know, the thing is the ones that I've met so far, and a lot of the guys that I've, you know, gotten back in contact with, that I've gone to high school with and stuff, very sweet. I think at the age that we're at now, I think they've been through a whole hell of a lot, and I think they've worn themselves out on being a fool kind of thing, and I think they really are at this point in this stage in the game, they're looking to settle down with someone.
Right.
You know, but then again, I could be seeing things. I don't know. I mean, this one here was a wild ass and you know, he was divorced. He got divorced. I guess they split in February. He was divorced in July, July, and I started dating him in August. You know, and I was like, well, I guess you're not one to go out there and, you know. Well, he was. I can't really say that. What's wrong with me? And then,
some men aren't, you know. Some men are meant to be, you know, they have to have a woman in their life to feel complete, which, you know, I don't understand that. I don't understand that personally, but that's because I don't need that to feel complete. You know, I can complete myself. And that did not sound right, but I'm just saying, you know, I mean,
I am marrying myself. I complete me.
You know, but it didn't sound right. But
and I know what I like.
And none of y'all can do that.
Ask me.
Oh my God.
No, I will say, I mean, a lot of the guys out here, I've noticed, some of the ones that were like, when we all went to school together, weren't really health conscious. They were, you know, drinking fools. And it seems like they've changed a lot. And, you know, looking at like a lot of the guys that I went to school with, seriously, I mean, from Illinois and Pennsylvania, and even when I went to school in Virginia, looking at their pages and stuff, I'm really surprised. I'm like, wow, you know, I expected you to be, you know, at the age you are with a bottle sticking out of your rear end. And all your buddies sitting around going, ta-da, in a picture. But I honestly haven't really seen that. I think, you know, they went through whatever it was that they went through. Some of them still drink and carry on and, you know, but I think that's just who they are. You know what I mean? And, you know, it would be like taking the whoopee out of a cushion. You know what I mean? And seriously. And I think, you know, they are who they are, and you either accept it or you don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Absolutely.
they seem, you know, they seem to be good guys. I mean, then again, I don't know because I'm not dating. You know what I mean?
You never really know anybody anyway, you know, seriously.
No,
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you on that. Yes.
Yeah. And that's the scary part. That's the scary part about going out there and dating is that you don't really know anybody.
I know. Doesn't it make you wonder, like, were they pretending all along? It's like you're laying in the bed, okay? Are you there? Hello? What happened? Robin?
Hello?
Yeah, what happened?
Hello? That's you. I can hear you fine.
Huh, that's weird. Phone went stupid.
Moved.
Anyway, I said that's like, you know, say you're laying in the bed, you've been married 20 years, and all of a sudden he walks out of the bathroom dressed as a full-dressed woman.
Right.
And says, that's it, you know, the gig is up. I gotta be myself.
And you look there and you go...
And you're standing there like, you've got to be shitting me. Really? Did you know I gave up a good piece of ass because of you? Are you serious?
And you look at your calendar going, no, it's not April Fool's Day.
Great.
Okay.
Did you see my boobs are hanging on the floor now? You know, come on.
Cut me some slack.
That's right. Now I got stretch marks and shit. Really? How the hell am I supposed to cover those up?
Well, hello, Bruce Jenner. I mean, what was that? You know?
Well, yeah. I mean, I had read the stories about him and his wife, Linda Thompson, and she knew. She said she always had a feeling and always knew. So when he came out, of course she was devastated. I would be too. You know, but again, you know, I don't know was it Kris Jenner that drove him finally to become a woman?
Maybe.
I mean, come on.
Hey, let's do it for the ratings. I don't know. You know, I mean, how much of that is really real? I mean, who knows?
I mean, do you really know that he had a complete sex change done, or did they give him $1 trillion to pretend? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I really don't. This is why I said, you know, you and I were talking earlier about reality shows. I hate reality TV. I'll be honest with you. I hate it. And I would rather see somebody do a TV show about a regular family that goes to work, the actual problems that they face if they're divorced, the problems that they go through with their ex-spouses, and, you know, realistic, real-life shit, not, you know, made-up bubblegum bullshit. I'm sorry. I would just rather see things for the way they are. And I think that's why we've gotten so far away from the things that we used to believe in and the things we used to do, because it's not even on television anymore.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, have you? I know you hate them, but I mean, I don't like them either. But I've tuned into a couple of them before just to see, you know, because you hear people talking about them. You're going, what are these people babbling about?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, and then you go on there and you go, really? You actually consumed your time talking about these people who wouldn't know reality if it came up and bit them in the ass. You know, I mean, you know, oh my God, this is reality for these people. I didn't get the $150,000 car that I wanted, or the $2 million car that I wanted. He bought me this piece of shit $1 million car.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's your reality? Okay? You stupid hoe. You need to take a step back and get out of the camera and go out there and track in the real world and see what real people are dealing with, because the shit that you're living in is not real.
Yep.
That is not reality.
Okay. Well, that kind of goes along with, okay, when you write a song, you write a story, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, we've become a society that, okay, when you come in here and talk about your resume or whatever it is about yourself, tell me it in like 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes, and use words only. Like big, fat, short, my hair, blonde, this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
So I was listening to, you know, a lot of the new music and stuff like that, and I'm like, you know, I hear home girl, brown hair, nice legs, da-da. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I'm sitting there listening, and it goes 4 lines, and then it's like, oh, baby, and I'm like,
yep.
Let me back that up a little bit. So I backed it up, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, what the hell is going on with music? I want to hear a story, okay?
Yeah.
This is why, and you and I had talked about this before too. When I go out looking for music, I go looking for that artist story. I want to hear in their songs what they've lived through. What is it that you've gone through in your life to make you write that song right there that absolutely brought tears to my eyes and made me fall to the floor going, oh my God, really? You really went through that? That's the kind of music that we are missing. And I'm sorry. Excuse me. Phlegm. I'm sorry. And I know, I get, you're not out there and you're not in it. And to be honest with you, I'm glad I'm not anymore. Seriously. You don't want to be in it. And, I've never pushed to be a rock star. I've never pushed to be a country star. None of that bullshit. Robin, when have you ever heard me tell you, Robin, I'm going to go down to Nashville and become a Nashville country star?
Never.
Okay. When I went down there, it was to push my music. They had what they called a songwriters competition. So I thought, when we got down there, they're like, oh, well, if you're going to do this, you got to lose like 1 million pounds and get your lips cut off and have your hair reattached and your ass needs to be filled in with the fat pieces around your waist and, you know what I mean? That kind of shit. And I'm standing there going, okay, I have to do that to be a songwriter? And they're like, seriously? Oh, no. Well, see, this competition's for, and I'm like, yeah, but that's not what I came here for. I came here for you to hear my songs, and I want to sit my ass in the back row, and I want to see somebody great sing them, because I'm not a performer. I've never, ever put out there that I was. Other people have put out there that I thought I was, and I never said that. I will get up and sing in front of people. I'll do whatever. But basically, I just like to write songs and sing them, and I want to see somebody with that special talent that can entrance an audience and take my song and really make it something great. That's what I want to see. Okay? I'm not that get up there. I've never said I was.
And what I've seen with the music, and I'm just going to base this based on, how it was when, I was back in the bands and when my daughters started getting older and they wanted to sing. One thing that I would always tell them is never try to sing a song that you don't believe in.
Yes.
Because you have to have passion. Mm-hmm. And you have to believe that song. You have to believe in it. And you have to believe that every word that's in that song is exactly what you're feeling and going through. Mm-hmm. And that's what's lacking in today's music. There's no passion behind it. It was written by somebody else. Mm-hmm. They said, hey, you, come here. You're kind of popular. Do this song. And the person doesn't even believe in the song. And they get up there and sing it and do the best that they can. Yeah, make it a hit because people out there listening today don't know any better. Okay,
it's like the greats, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, all of them, when they sang a song, they sang the living crap out of that song. I mean, they lived and breathed that song. Made that. If you notice, they don't have screaming women anymore at these concerts.
Right.
Nobody freaked out because they literally entranced the audience. They had them women ready to take their bras off anytime. Oh, my God. Woo! Let me tell you something. You give me some Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, and Lord have mercy. Oh, my God. I love that music, and I love that time period. You had so many... timeless women that went along with it. I mean, Sarah Vaughan. What's her name? The other one. Oh, Lord, I can't think of her name.
Yeah, a ton of them back then.
Oh, God, yeah. And, I mean, sing. What I do is not, I'm sorry. Yes, I did get, a few times I was a little bit offended, but I was like, I had no idea that, when I was told, well, Frank put all this stuff and filters and all this stuff on your voice and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, well, I don't understand that because me and my ex-husband recorded together and we didn't have any of that stuff and my voice still sounded the same. So,
Right.
I don't understand, and then, when you're doing pop music and that stuff, and yourself, it's a total other ball game than singing heavy metal, southern rock, and,
Yep.
That's a whole other area there, because you actually have to sing. I mean, Frankie had told me, he's like, Jackie, stop screaming in the mic. And I'm like, but I'm not screaming. He said, yes, you are. He said, your voice needs to flow, not screech. And I'm like, well, I don't understand what you're talking about. And he goes, okay, this is not heavy metal. This is jazz, and you can do it. You just have to listen to what I'm saying. And, I will say one thing. Frankie is an excellent teacher, excellent drummer, pianist. I mean, he can work and you can work very well with him. And he will explain things to you and stuff. And, he showed me a lot of things. I mean, a lot of things that I was really doing wrong. I mean, I was getting in there like a crazed metal maniac, you know what I mean? And there's songs that, when I heard the songs, I'm like, wow, that was me. And he said, yeah. He said, do you see the difference? Anybody can get up there and scream and shout and do it in somewhat of a, but Jackie, you've got to, if you want to sing, this is what you have to do to sing. And I was like, oh, but I can sing my blues however I want. You can do whatever you want to it. I'm like, okay, that'll work. All right, as long as I can growl and screech and carry on, I'm good. But
I'm going to do this too.
Yeah, but the thing is it seems different. It's just like, I actually tried to find a song that I wanted to try to pick for when William and I, got together in 2012. And I couldn't find anything, seriously, that even came close to our relationship. You know what I mean? And I was looking through all these songs, and I'm trying to think of Rihanna, anybody that would have something. Closest thing I came to was Lady Gaga. That's it.
Gaga.
I love her. Are you kidding? Oh my God, I love her. I think she's extraordinary. She does her own thing. I mean, her songs, even though lyrically it's a shorter song, it seems she can sing when she sings these short little things, and it makes sense. You know what I mean? But then again, she doesn't sing love songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, she really doesn't.
No, I Bad Romance, that's not a love song.
Right, true. Yep.
She's written some really, really great tunes. And, I just think that there's some people, like Grace Slick said it the best. She was in an MTV interview. This was back, I think it was 1984. She was, they asked her, they said, Grace, we noticed you never do any ballads. And she goes, I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't have a pretty voice. And the guy looks at her and he goes, well, you have a beautiful voice. She said, no, I don't. She said, I can sing the hell out of some rock music. She said, but I have that. And the way she did it had me cracking the hell up, because I literally could not picture her doing a ballad.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking about that too. I mean, she said, she goes, what would be even the point? If you can ever find that interview she did with MTV, you will crack the hell up, because she just comes with it. She goes, I'm sorry, I don't have a pretty voice. I can sing the hell out of rock and roll, but I can't sing pretty. I cannot sing pretty. There's no way. And I was dying. I was like, damn. Well, I'm trying to something, because even the one, I can't remember what the one song was, but the guy sang it. That the guy lead singer, he sang it, and she just did that.
We Bill each other.
No,
or
no.
Sarah.
Sarah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah. Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, me too. I love the Starship.
Mm-hmm.
I love Grace. I thought Grace Slick's voice was awesome.
Oh, me too. Me too. I mean, we had some great vocalists on our time. We had Ann and Nancy Wilson, and yep. Ann Wilson could just anything she could sing in the phone book and make it sound good. You know what I mean? And she could sing ballads. It didn't matter. That girl could just knock it out of the park. Pat Benatar,
her, the chick from the Motels, Berlin. I love Berlin.
Oh, me too. Oh, wait a minute. You mean only the lonely get laid? I had to say that because that was. You remember how everybody used to do that shit?
Yeah. Yes.
The one thing I will say though, because today I played Bruce Springsteen "Cover Me." I love that song. Oh my God. Just, I don't know, there's something about that song that just, woo, that man is sexy. Anyway, but my first love was a Midwestern boy, and that's John Cougar Mellencamp. Oh my God. Oh. Whew, I'll say booyah! Damn, I'm not kidding you. Oh my God. I had him plastered all over my room. I love John Mellencamp. Oh my God. Even today, the man is gorgeous. He's just got that rugged, you know. If he had a mohawk, holy shit.
What is it with you and mohawks, man?
I don't know. You know, I have been that way since, I don't know. Like, guys that from England and stuff in the punks, I was just like, oh my God. And my girlfriends were like, ew, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, look at him. He's got a mohawk and his hair is sticking straight out like spikes. Oh my God. I don't know. I men with mohawks and the like the goatee and stuff. Well, I'm just like, woo. Will started wearing it that way. I'm like, Lord have mercy, you are in trouble. Woo wee.
Oh my God.
And I just think it's sexy. I don't know. It's manly looking and sexy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was getting my hair done. I didn't have my glasses on, and he comes walking in, and I'm like, damn. Woo, man. And she's like,
damn, he fine.
Yeah, she's like, Jackie, you can't get up out of the chair. I'm like, get my glasses, I can't see. I'm like, come closer. It may be dangerous, but come closer. We're in public. You'll be all right. But,
oh my God.
Oh yeah. So, were there any hairstyles from the 80s that you liked? That you thought?
That I liked?
Uh-huh.
I'd have to say the best hairstyle that I found attractive was on John Bon Jovi. When John Bon Jovi wore his hair the way he did, I mean, his hair was perfect. Perfect. I loved his hair.
Mm-hmm.
Loved his hair. And I always, fell for the long hair guys. Don't ask me why, but I didn't like the scruffy, greasy look. I didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
But John Bon Jovi's hair was top notch.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding? John Bon Jovi is gorgeous. So, yeah. I mean,
his hair was, it was like, oh, that hair. I wanted hair like his. I'm like, I want that hair.
Mm-hmm. It's weird because my dad always kept his hair really short, and my dad was a Navy guy and stuff. He always had like a mustache and stuff. Me, I like those rough looking guys. I mean, not scumbag looking, but ruffian kind of. I like.
We know what Jackie's into.
I like jocks. I thought the football players were pretty hot. I don't know. I was very picky in particular in what I found good looking, and it was
me too. But they had to have a good voice, and I don't mean singing wise. I mean they need to have
sexy
a good speaking voice.
Sexy.
Yes, like this voice that went with the face tape thing. I remember playing a gig in Pennsylvania, and we were going to have a party afterwards back at the hotel. So we were at the gig, and we were playing, and there was this guy in the audience. I swear to God, he looked just like David Lee Roth. And I was oh my God, that guy's hot. So to my bass player, George, I said, why don't you go invite him to the party afterwards? He goes, okay. So George went and invited him to the party afterwards. Mm-hmm. Well, after the show, the guy came back, and when he wanted to talk to me, he opened his mouth, and it was just like, bleh. You know, it was just like, I did not like his voice at all. It was like, oh no, he's so hot, but his voice sucked. So I told George, I said, go uninvite him. He can't come to the party.
Actually, tell him all he has to do is lay there and just shut up and not say a word.
Do not speak.
Just let me, just shut up. Don't even say. See, I don't know. I have to have a man with common sense, brains. Yes, they can be pretty, okay? But so many of them know it. And you can tell who it is. I go through them Facebook pages. I'm like, yep, that one knows he's pretty. And, that one knows he's absolutely smoking. And I bet you he gets excited when he touches himself. And I'll just keep on the Facebook pages like, wow, yeah, oh, yes, you're pretty, baby. Oh, yeah, spank that bottom. But, that's why when I met William was in very good shape. He was a little thin, you know what I mean? He'd lost a lot of weight. And I told him, I said, when he started working where he started really bulking up and stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's, yep, definitely. That's definitely going to work for me, yes. Yes.
Definitely working.
I will follow you, oh master.
Scooter do is a scooter did, yeah.
Yeah, my little scooter do. But I don't know. I just, there's, again, it's not that I'm going out looking for men. I just, you can't help it. You're just like looking through and shit, and you're like, yeah, he's real pretty. He's too pretty. You know what I mean? There's just some of them that, they're even prettier than their wives.
Yep, that's true.
And I'm like, what?
Design.
Huh?
And that's by design, though. They do that shit on purpose. They do.
What?
Yeah, they do that shit on purpose because, guys, even if they're like smoking hot and all of their insecurities, they have to go, oh my God, I can't have a smoking hot wife, dude. She's going to cheat on me. So I'm the smoking hot guy, and I'm going to go out with the, mousy brown haired, can't speak, not, she's okay, but she's not gorgeous. I'm going to go out with her. I'm going to marry her. I'm going to marry her because she ain't never going to cheat on me. Yeah, they do that on purpose.
Get out of town. I never would have thought of that. Mm-hmm. Seriously. But they cheat like hell on us. Right, okay.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And all their insecurities. Smoking hot guy. Most of them don't go out with the smoking hot girl.
No, and the thing that gets me is I dated a couple of bodybuilders back in my time. And when I had one of them, I wanted to sit where I could see, the corner of the mirror. I didn't want to be in it. But he, arranged the table where he could sit there and look at himself the entire time we were out.
No way.
And yes, way. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God. And I turned around and he's just like, he'd flash a smile and then look in the mirror.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't think there's enough alcohol in the world to make me stay all the way through this. Thank you very much, and I'm leaving. And he's like, no, what is it? Did I do something wrong? And flexing his fucking flexing his muscles. Whoops, I said the bad word. Flexing his muscles in the mirror while he's standing there talking to me. And I'm like, I gotta go. Really, you're a great guy, and bye.
You're an asshole. Okay, bye.
But of course, Robyn, I had a smoking hot body back there, and then I was working out. Everything was in its place. So I had a hot ass body back then, and I could wear a bikini without a problem. So, way back then, yes. But, I just, and another thing is these guys that, all they want to do is, well, you need to lose weight, and you need to this, and you need to that. The thing is this. A woman is a woman. Once we get older, we do start to naturally put on weight. And I'm not going to kill myself in a gym, okay? Yes, it is better for me to be thinner. I am trying to maintain. I just lost 100 pounds not too long ago, a couple of years ago. And, I have been trying to maintain, and I give or take 25, 30 pounds. I will gain it and I'll lose it and I'll gain it and lose it. But you know what? I'll never see 185 pounds again. I'll never see 285 pounds again. That's how big I was.
Wow. I
was damn near 300 pounds. And my health was really bad, and, there was just a lot going on. But the thing is I knew I needed to lose the weight. Finally, I started doing it. Now I've maintained it. I've maintained and kept off all that weight for the past, going on 4 years. August 23rd is our 4th anniversary.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeping it off. Easy to lose it. I'm not going to say easy, but, to keep it off is the goal, and is the achievement there.
Mm-hmm. But,
wow.
The thing is, what it all comes down to is, I think, at the age we're all at, accept that person for who they are. Shit. Right. Why keep going around? If, who are you trying to impress?
Yeah, seriously. That's
right. Oh, well, she's 49 years old, and look at her. She looks like she's 27. Well... And I bet you she's starving herself, using rocks to scrub her face to get wrinkles away. And, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I ain't going through all that. I am not. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. You like me or you don't. If you don't like me, get the hell away from me. How's that?
I'm not getting your Botox lips. I'm not getting your Botox eyes. I'm not getting none of that shit.
I even have flaps now. Do you have flaps?
What the fuck's a flap?
See, it's a Jersey thing. The flap. All right, hold your arm up. Okay, hold it up and out, and then shake it. See that at the bottom? That's a flap. That's a flap. Awesome. And you know why we have those, right? Because our balance isn't too good after 45 years old. Okay, let me explain it to you. See, I'm running down a hill. My boobs are leading the way. The only way for me to slow down is to drop my flaps. And this is going to help to ease me up coming down that hill and slow me down. Because nothing else is going to do it except for those flaps.
Oh, my God.
And I figured out that's what they're there for. And when, the 20-year-olds that are going with us to Las Vegas and stuff, we're going to take us under our flaps, and we're going to teach them, and we're going to mentor them.
Wow.
See, you learn something new every single day.
God. Yeah, thanks. I just had to spit my water in my water bottle. I appreciate that.
Hey, at 48 years old, you know what? I consider myself lucky. I'm still alive, one. Two, my health is not the best, and I've had a lot of health issues, but things are getting a little bit better, and there's a lot of health issues, Robyn, that I had that these other doctors ignored and pretended they didn't, and all of this built up all these years, and then finally I get hit with it. That's why I got down so sick these past couple of years. you know?
Wow.
And now that, you know, my new doctor who's Chinese, and I love him, he's cool as hell. And, you know, he filled me up with iron, and I'm good to go now. Because I was really bad. I couldn't get up out of the bed. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? I go, and it's like a 3. I know it's supposed to be like a 17 or a 20 or something, and I've got 3. Number 3.
Oh, my God.
And I was really sick. And actually, you know, I was worried about it being cancer and stuff, but it wasn't. And it's just that, you know, most men don't realize and most women don't realize menopause really takes it out of your body. Anything that might go wrong will go wrong as soon as you hit menopause. And I don't give a shit how in shape you are. You know, if your genes are meant for you to go through an easy menopause, then hey, I'm happy for you. Okay? And the thing is everybody's different. But our generation has had it really, really hard. Really, really hard. I've read so much, and I don't know if you've read up on it, but we've really been hit hard with menopause. We have more shit wrong with us, and, you know, then as soon as menopause ends, we're fine. There's not a damn thing wrong with us. All the ailments, all the shit that came with the menopause is gone instantly, magically.
Well, good. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I thought you already hit that.
I don't know. I mean, I never got any hot flashes or anything like that. I've never had anything like that.
What? See, that's
No,
what it...
none.
So, in other words, I got all that, right? I'm
I can
still...
say that right to you.
Girl, I'm not kidding you. I could be standing in the store, and all of a sudden, my middle feels like it's on fire. And then it spreads up like it's going upwards. My face gets hot. I break out in a sweat. And, you know, this was happening, and I was like, oh, my God, my sugar. I'm running and checking my sugar. Sugar's fine. And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to have a heart attack. This is the shit. It messes with your mental pause is what it should be. Mental pause. Because it messes with your mind. Seriously. I'm like, I have become a hypochondriac now. I'm like, oh, my God, my pulse. Oh, shit, I'm going to have a heart attack. And they're like, it's anxiety. Where the hell the anxiety? You're going through menopause. And I'm like, okay. Then my sugars are completely high, low. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's menopause. It'll pass. And I'm like, really? Yes. Well, my eyebrows fell out. My hair is falling out. It's menopause. You'll get through it.
Oh, my God.
Seriously, this is the crap I hear. And I'm finally, you know, and I'm like, well, you know, TV show comes on. I start crying. It's menopause. You'll get through it.
Wow.
Yes.
I've never had anything like that happen.
Shit. And I'm not kidding. And, you know, that's why these youngsters, this is where that whole thing we were talking about, all of a sudden we know shit that the younger ones don't, and we're kind of laughing going, you just wait. Yeah.
Right.
You think he's great like that. You just wait. You think your boobs are going to stay up there forever? You just wait. You get pregnant 10 times. Yeah. And them puppies are hanging on the floor, and you step on one and can't figure out why you're in pain. Hey.
And the next thing you know, you got a new model moving in.
Yeah, no kid. And you know what kills me is these young girls that go after these older guys like that. And you have to think, and they're like, well, it's the daddy phase she's going through. I'm sorry. I never went through a damn daddy phase.
Ew, me neither.
Okay?
Ew.
The men that I go out look nothing like mine. They may act like him. Okay? They may act like. This one over here is a junior version of Takis Reichs. Okay? It's, oh my God. Especially when he does the drill sergeant thing. Oh, God. My dad used to do that. Are you listening to me? Do you hear the words coming out of my mouth? And I'm like, oh, my God. The first time William did that, I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. And he looks and he stops screaming and yelling like a crazy person. He goes, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you, mister. So I start shouting back at him, and he's like, whoa. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, Navy girl, back your ass down. Uh-huh. You think I dealt with Tacos Reichs, Mr. Navy man? Uh-huh. I had a good dad. It's just damn. Oh, when he got on that, it's junior edition, but Army. And he kills me. When he gets on that shouting, screaming, see, and there was a reason why I couldn't go in the military. One was my breasts were too big. Two, I had, because of my flat feet, but because of the breathing problems and stuff I've always had, I couldn't go in the military. So, I get jealous sometimes when I think, when I see, how they're able to, they've seen so much, and, I wish I could have been able to do my part. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I never could. So, I had problems running in high school, for God's sakes.
So I don't get the flat foot thing, though. What does that have to do with not being able... I mean, because I heard that before, but what does that have to do with anything?
Because you're on your feet so much. And, there's maneuver, there's stuff you got to do. And I guess they give you something for your, not, like an instep thing that you put in your shoe or something. I'm not really sure what they do. I don't know. But, I would think that... I've got, I have all kinds of breathing problems, so I couldn't do it. And, I probably might have been able to get into it, but, I had that, what they call stress-induced asthma all the way back to when I was young, so,
Oh, wow.
So.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah. But, other than that, I mean... I see, William, it kills me. When he gets on the treadmill and everything, he puts that face shield thing on, and I'm like, oh, my God. If I had to put something over my face, I would die. Okay?
Right.
When I get 5 minutes of walking in and I'm exhausted, I'm sweating. People beside me have been running for 25 minutes, nonstop. And they're looking at me, and I'm like, whoo, man, let me tell you, that was a burner. And I'm like, hey, next time I'm going to try to make it to 6.5 minutes.
We're doing something now, baby.
I'm cooking with gas. Yeah, I've got that up to 1.2, and I'm doing a full 5 minutes. And most people don't realize that's a feat for me. For me to walk from here down the damn street without running out of air, that's a feat for me. And I remember when I quit smoking, they told me if I did not quit within 5 years, I was going to be on an oxygen tank.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, bullshit. No. It was hard, Robin, when I quit smoking. But you know what? I do feel better. And they say, the first year is the roughest, and you do gain some weight. But after that, your weight will start to fall off. As long as you don't stay in the cabinets. I have to, pull myself away from that, too. Otherwise, shit, I'd be right up in there in the cupcakes and stuff, too, and my sugar would really be high. So, but...
Yeah, it's hard. I had a dream the other night about smoking, because it'll be 2 years for me this November. And,
congrats.
No, thank you. And I had a dream, and it was like, I really wanted a cigarette, and I'm like, somebody give me a cigarette, and
I've had those.
And I smoked it, and I'm like, oh man, I was almost, I would have made it. Well, I'm going to smoke this one, and I'm going to say I made it because it's just one. And then it was like another one, and then another one. It was like I woke up and I'm like, wow, that is such a messed up dream to have,
I think it's your subconscious, and I'll tell you why I say that. I have the same dreams where I'm actually looking for a cigarette, and it seems like there's empty packs everywhere, and I'm like, God, you're telling me nobody has a damn cigarette here? There's a whole bunch of people here, and nobody has a freaking cigarette. And one person will come out of the crowd, and he'll say here, and then he'll have the lighter, and I'll stick it to my lips, and I'm like, do I really need this? Do I really, really, really want this? And then the guy will, like, his face will distort, and I'm like, it's the devil doing it. But no, I'm joking. Now, I just, I don't know. I get that feeling like maybe that's it, the last part of it trying to work itself out. Quitting smoking and staying stopped is worse than trying to keep from drinking.
Uh-huh. Yep. I agree. Never thought it would be so hard.
Mm-hmm. And I think, being the fact that I'm not a smokestack anymore, I mean, I'll never forget the first time somebody walked by me that was a smoker, and I'm like, oh, God. I'm standing there, and I'm like, what the hell was that? And Will looks at me, and he goes, honestly, that was what you used to smell like with that perfume on. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah. And it was like, I couldn't wait to clean my car. After about 2 months, I was always scrubbing and spraying and doing this and doing that. I'm like, I couldn't get that smell out of the car. And it was just, ew. It was terrible.
I know. You smell those, especially when they get on an elevator with you and you're like, oh, my God.
And it gags you because you're like, I mean, it's like all up in your face, And then they throw perfume. They throw, what is that shit?
Oh, my gosh, Chanel No. 5.
Yeah, there you go. On top of, oh, God. That's what they call Chanel No. shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's nasty. It is. Like,
oh, God.
Oh, God.
And, it's just terrible. And, I used to think to myself, after I quit smoking and I would see people going out on their smoke breaks and stuff, I realized at that time, all the non-smokers that were in there working, and they worked all through the day. They didn't go out to smoke or anything because we're all out there stressing because we need that cigarette. Right. And it felt really weird, and I felt like, wow, I never realized these people never moved from their chairs. They got up to pee, go get something to drink, and went right back to work, and here I am bitching and carrying on. I need my 15 minutes,
Exactly.
And it's all brought on by my damn self because I'm stressing myself out to need a cigarette.
Exactly.
So, oh, man.
I got 15 minutes. I gotta go smoke.
But anyway, all right. Well, you ready to wrap her up?
Yep, I think we should call it a night on the RoJa Roxz show. And, I appreciate everyone out there listening in to us and liking us. If you do enjoy us and kind of the antics that we deal with on a weekly basis, please share it with your friends.
Yes, please.
And let them hear us being crazy people talking about normal stuff.
Yes, help us to get syndicated.
Yes.
Yes, we need syndication. We need to share our values with everybody.
Our awesome values. Okay?
Yes, that's right. And do you realize we didn't talk about Trump, did we?
We didn't. We did not talk about Trump. We will talk about him next time. And Thor with his hammer.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming and hanging with us. And
this is Robin, and
I'm Jackie.
RoJa Roxz.
RoJa Roxz, baby. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night.